What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back with another video, and today's video is another Marvel news update video. And I really want to talk to you guys about it because it popped up on this website called Cosmic Book News. So, this is something we're going to talk about, and again, I will link the article in the description box down below so you guys can read the whole entire article. So we're about to get into the video right now. So it says on the video article is that Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, is not recommended for Oscars by Disney for a movie that's supposed to have launched new face of the MCU. This is what the article says, right? The new leader of the Avengers and the most powerful character in the MCU. You would think that Disney would recommend Captain Marvel Brie Larson for the Oscar, but similar to no sequel being announced or being involved in Phase 4 of that isn't happening. Disney has announced their slate of movies that are recommending for the Oscars, which interesting enough includes Avengers Endgame, but not Captain Marvel. And these are the movies that Disney has recommended so far for the Oscars. It's Avengers Endgame, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, The Lion King, Frozen 2, and Toy Story 4. And this is what it says. Okay, it says, I suppose we can assume that Disney did not want to put Captain Marvel against an Endgame as potential Oscar nods, so they went with the flick that broke the records with the highest grossing film of all time. But having a box office doesn't necessarily equate to a good film. Case in point is that Avengers Endgame or Captain Marvel is all that good. True, Avenger has some super cool fan service moments, but the overall plot of the film felt forced at times and was all over the place. Regarding Captain Marvel, it is too felt forced as Brie Larson and Carol Danvers were shoehorned into the MCU for no reason but sake of political correctness. And then it just goes on and blah blah blah. They talk about all this stuff. Here's the thing, right? With Cosmic Book News, their sources are very iffy. They're like, if you don't know their news sources, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. It's very 50-50. Honestly, for once, I think they're right with this because it is true. Because if you guys don't know what Captain Marvel is, that even though she made $1 billion, she's Marvel's first white liberal feminist superhero to hit $1 billion. She's the first white feminist movie to hit $1 billion, pretty much. And even though she made all this money and stuff like that, you would think like, okay, if she made all this money, you would think, okay, she should be in Phase 4, or at least. Like, we know she's coming in Phase 5, but they have not announced, like, a release date for her. Ant-Man 3 got more. I know Ant-Man 3 is getting a release date in 2022. And Ant-Man 1 and 2 made way less money than Captain Marvel. So it is kind of very iffy where it's like, if she's supposed to be the face of the MCU, why aren't you really pushing her out there like that? I feel like, in my personal opinion, and I like Captain Marvel. She's one of my favorite characters. But let's be honest, right? Captain Marvel is for that particular Me Too movement demographic. Again, I read her comics. I read Civil War Part 2 and stuff like that. And again, the problem with Captain Marvel, you could tell that they sacrificed a storyline to put a feminist Me Too movement political agenda. And the problem is that you could tell the movie was a rough draft. It was definitely forced, but you could tell like it wasn't really authentic. And you could tell the movie was very sloppy, kind of like you didn't even know who the villain was. The Kree warriors were racist, and the Skrulls were illegal aliens. You could tell the movie was very sloppy, and you could tell they were very lazy and they half-assed the writing, just because they're like, okay, well, we'll put her in there. Boom, put her a month before Endgame, make a lot of money, set her up, have the feminist and Me Too movement come out and make her $1 billion franchise. Boom, 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 boom. And again, I feel like the reason why I think they're very hesitant because they don't have Iron Man, they don't have Captain America, they don't have another Avengers movie. So if her second movie comes out, it shows you that she has to really hold her own. Like, you have to come out with a stronger script and a better, a lot stronger. You got to come out with a stronger script and a better movie next time, because Captain Marvel, her movie, they retcon a bunch of stuff, and also, Captain Marvel, she hurt Secret Invasion and Dark Avengers, so you have to change it up completely. Where how can you bring Norman Osborn and the Skrulls and make them evil, and do the Secret Invasion arc and the Dark Avengers arc when Captain Marvel kind of just retconned all of that and kind of hurt its chances of any potential of the Thunderbolts and stuff like that. So she kind of hurt a lot of comic book storylines with her movie. That's what I'm trying to say. And it shows you with Captain Marvel, I truly believe that if they put her sequel out, it will make money, but it won't make as much money as the first one. And it shows you that you can't just pull the whole, well, you have to go see a movie to understand what happens in Endgame. Because when you watch 2 times, right? When you watch Captain Marvel, that movie had nothing to do with Endgame until the very last post-credit scene. And then when you watch her in Endgame, she's barely in the movie. So it's like, we thought she was going to have like the Adam Warlock type position and stuff like that. She was going to take a bigger role. She's only in the movie for like 5-6 minutes, and after that, she's gone. And Ant-Man had more of a bigger role than she did. And Captain Marvel was supposed to be the face of the MCU. And also, you guys don't know, this is something else as well, is that there was all these rumors and stuff like that, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, that Disney was going to buy Spider-Man because they were going to get Spider-Man back and try to put her with Captain Marvel too, or put her next to Captain Marvel, where it will make her more likable with a personality and stuff like that. These are just the rumors and speculations that was happening for 3 or 4 weeks. And I do feel like they kind of did expose themselves, because Captain Marvel will be the face of the MCU, but when you watch Spider-Man Far From Home, they literally made him the next Iron Man. Like, he was Iron Boy, pretty much. Like, the way they treated Spider-Man, you should have treated that with Captain Marvel. And the problem is, I feel like Captain Marvel, even though she made all that money, she's not resonating, or she doesn't have, like, what I'm trying to say, she doesn't resonate how a Black Panther resonate. You know what I mean? Like, she resonates with the Me Too movement. But again, I feel like you got to resonate with everybody, not just one particular group. You got to make it where it resonates with everybody. And I do agree, yeah, Disney should have they should have had some type of I'm trying to explain the best way I can. They should have the same, like, they should have pushed Captain Marvel the way they did with Black Panther. But again, Black Panther was not projected to be the highest grossing film of all time. So again, they kind of exposed themselves. That's what I'm trying to say. And I know this is getting too long, but I really want to talk about it because it was a lot of these stuff was on my thoughts, and since the article's here, I can talk to you guys about it. Again, it just shows you that I feel like the point I'm trying to say with you guys is that I feel like Disney is exposing themselves, showing you that they don't truly believe in Captain Marvel like that. And you could tell because they're not even trying to get her an Oscar nomination. That's really it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.